Virgo. So let's see what we've got for you here. We're going to do Alicia's spread. It's a friend of mine's spread. So, in fact, this has all been put back the wrong way, so I need to... Oh, how's that happened? Oh, there we go. So let's get these. So, current situation, 2 cards. Knight of Wands and the 8 of Swords. So feeling like you want to follow your impulses but being bound up by your own thought processes. Current expectations, 2 of Pentacles. Sort of juggling states, feeling a little bit all over the place, but all right with it. Current, the unexpected is the World. Oh, that's extraordinary. It's flown miles away. What does that mean? It's like it was caught by a bit of wind. Just get this over here. It's strange. So it's like maybe you're going round the world. Maybe somebody is really travelling a lot. This is the unexpected. I don't know what that meant. It really flew. Caught by a bit of wind and flew. So you flying, you being the centre of your world. The advice, Ace of Pentacles, something new for you to grow. That's beautiful, a new start. And where it's going, the Chariot. Lovely. So we've got the 2 of Pentacles and the Chariot. This indicating 2 different states. A kind of tricky start where your impulses are being held back by self-criticism or self-defeating thoughts somehow. And so, maybe it's around your impulses. Maybe you are quite impulsive and you're telling yourself off for that. Or, I don't know. Oh, look, that's interesting. The chickens have got out. I've never seen them do this. So there are chickens on a farm. I wonder whether it's something about that world breaking out. And the ding, ding, ding when I said that. So the world flew over there. There was a sense of breaking free and breaking into your own world. The chickens, who I've never seen do this, they must have, I don't believe they've been let out. They've escaped. And they're all looking quite excited that they've got themselves under a kind of shady tree in a bigger field than where they normally live. That's interesting, isn't it? So breaking free. Anyway, so you need to break free of these binds because there's a sort of strong creative urge to follow your desires and passions and creativity that is... so some of them are still back where they're meant to be. Interesting. Some of them have got out. So a strong creative urge that's being, but with some self-criticism or something that binds you. So your expectations are that you're going to keep trying to juggle these 2 states. Maybe it's when you feel okay and when you don't feel okay. When that things are quite chaotic. That you're okay with it. I mean, normally he looks really okay. I have to say today, he looks a bit worried in this illustration, so maybe for you, because that's what I'm saying, he's a bit like, oh, how long does this go on? How long does this stage, because we've got a stage here, go of kind of flux go on, because I'm getting a bit worn down by it. And but then the unexpected is that you fly into your own world, because it flew over there, that you suddenly become the centre of your own world and that things start to really make sense a bit more. That your things are in the right order, that these fixed signs that are represented by these images in the corners, suddenly everything feels very settled and good. I like that. You're suddenly putting yourself in the centre of everything. The advice is to plant this new seed. When this comes to you, is start nurturing this feeling, put it into the ground, build something beautiful from it. You'll get through that door. You'll get to greater heights from this. This could be something really practical. It could be health. You might have found a way to become more healthy. It could be a baby. It could be a physical thing that you are growing. It could be a new house, or there's health feels very relevant. And where it's going, the Chariot, is suddenly you being the boss of these two different sort of, the black and the white elements, the melding of everything, that you can control this without even any reins, that you're in charge, that you've got the stars above your head, that you're going in the right direction. It is a split laser beam, so it still has elements of that Two of Pentacles, but you can cope with it. It's fast and furious, but you can cope with it, and you're on your right mythic quest. So we're going to build some cards from here. So the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, the star. I wondered whether that would turn up when I just spoke about the stars above the Chariot. There's a sense of needing to be healed here, and being healed from this, going into a more peaceful space from this sort of, my desires are this and then I'm going to beat myself up sort of feeling, and your current expectations, the Empress. So that's lovely. Maybe this is around motherhood for somebody, or maybe someone's trying to get pregnant, or maybe it's to do with your relationship with your mother, and that this brings, because it's interesting, I'm seeing the raining above her. This brings a sense of flux between two states when you get into thinking about those elements. Some sort of unhappiness despite this beautiful Empress energy that needs to be healed. She really reminds me, obviously, of Mary, not obviously, but of Mary Magdalene as well. She's got the Ankh here. All the Marys in their sort of healed sense of providing nurturance, but also being a spiritual force that's much more acknowledged than the church would have acknowledged. So would that mean that you need to keep connecting to that energy, but you keep flipping out of it with the Two of Pentacles? But we can see that you're going to get healed from your self-criticism, and it is ultimately a beautiful card. Where it's all going, the Two of Torches, so with the world, you're going to have to take the choice of which door you go through. You're looking out into the world to decide what it is you want to conquer next, and then you're going to have to walk through that. And with the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Torches, I love that. You're going to have to fight for this, but in a fun way, like the way kids fight in games. There's going to be a strong competitive in it to win it element of building this new thing that is coming to you, which I love. And then where it's all going, the Chariot, that was the advice in the Chariot. Three of Torches, from the 2 to the 3, so we've got 2, 3, 4 here. You are going to know exactly where you're headed with the Chariot in this. You've got your eye on the main prize, so that's great. Let's pull one of these. So the Star, the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. And again, so then we've got more wand energy, the Seven of Wands, needing to keep your head above all of these competing needs, needing to keep your eye on the prize. Maybe the competing needs are the voices in your head that bind you up in a way, when we see the Eight of Swords with this. But you're headed towards healing, which is wonderful. That's where your Knight of Wands really wants to go to. And then we've got the Chariot with your expectations. So there is an expectation of being on a mythic quest, and it's where you end up. And you need to get something healed around maternity, motherhood, creativity, the female spirituality, where you're kind of juggling normal world and then this other reality that you need to heal. But here it says, actually, maybe you are well aware of your strengths and you know that you're going to be able to cope with this, actually, because the Chariot is on her mythic quest, and that is what you're heading towards. Oh, this is, I know everyone always says you can't make this up, but you can't make this up. The unexpected, we've got a second world, a second version of the world coming in. The unexpected is you are suddenly going to be growing into this. Look at how she grows out of this. That is very like the Ace of Pentacles that's in our advice. that you grow into this magnificent, realised being out of this new seed that's coming to you, and you've just got to take that door. This is so lovely, that unexpectedly being in the centre of your world, things being in the right place. This is beautiful. Advice with the Five of Torches: compete to get to your Ace of Pentacles. And the Eight of Wands: communicate. And the King of Cups: maybe someone's doing something with social media, maybe there are messages to be written, words to be said, goals to align. But Eight of Wands is about having everything going in the right direction, really aligning to it. And with the King of Cups, it's saying align with your emotions as well, express your emotions. Here it's interesting, there's like maths coming out of her heart. There's a sort of logical, beautiful reason to all of her thoughts and feelings, her feelings specifically, because it's coming from her heart, and it's making everything really clear. And the King of Cups can often be depicted as somebody that's sort of in two minds about his emotion, or kind of in many minds. But here he's the boss. He looks really cool. He's so relaxed with his emotions, he's just having a cup of tea. He doesn't care at all. So it's like you found the formula to your heart, in a way, to your feelings, and that allows you to grasp this Ace of Pentacles and really go for it. There's some, understanding and taming of your feelings. And then, beautifully, where it's going, the Ace of Cups. So you've got two aces now. And this goes with your Chariot and your Three of Wands. So really knowing that what you're going towards is going to make you incredibly happy. We'll do one more round of tarot and then we'll cap it with an animal card. So there's Seven of Wands, Star, Knight of Wands, Eight of Swords. Again, we've got the Eight of Swords coming up again. Yeah, so it's just reminding us that you do feel in a bit of a cage at the moment, that you need healing, that you want to break out of this, that you're desperate to get out of this cage and get into a healed state. It feels quite a lot. Current expectations, the Chariot, the Two of Pentacles, and the Empress. Well, yeah, there's Five of Swords, feeling something's uncomfortable around maternity, needing to break free, mother, creativity, needing to have some uncomfortable conversations around those things. Where it's going, Two of Pentacles, now it comes up in the next column. So, but this time she's got on top of her Two of Pentacles. She can juggle these worlds, the inner world, the world of resolving this maternal issue, or thinking about growing something new. You know, often if we're a creative, that's a small seed of an idea that needs to be looked after, that you don't want to let all those negative voices get to. Here she's on top of that. She's on top of the world and she's juggling it, and she's got that infinity symbol of magic here. So you learn to be able to soothe the voices or cope with the two states. It might be the state of growing something that's quiet and secret, and then the real world, or it might be some emotional issue that you're resolving. And the advice, Wheel of Fortune: keep going, to make this change, get those messages out. You're now on top of your emotions, you're growing your Ace of Pentacles, your amazing new life. You can be competitive with it. Keep going, this is your moment of change. And where it's going, oh, Five of Cups. That's interesting. I didn't expect to see that, but there's going to be some disappointment. I need to cap that because it doesn't go with the others. So it's sort of a sense of you're on now your mythic quest. You're clear where you want to go. Your heart is there's a new start with the Ace of Cups for your heart, but maybe you're being told, remember not to look back. I think that's it. Let's just check. Don't look back at what has disappointed you. Yeah, look towards what you want to partner with the Four of Wands, which is such a happy celebratory card. Don't keep looking back to the disappointments. That's going to keep dragging you back into this old state. So let's pull you one animal apothecary card. Oh, you got two. The Horse and the Omnia Unus Est, which came up for Cancer, which I've just done, this one, which is really about the ultimate alchemy. So you, like Cancer, the people I'm talking to, are alchemizing life. You're taking the difficulties. This is what this card is about. All the difficulties become grist to the mill. They become something that you turn into your great wisdom, your best side of yourself. I'm going to read you a little bit of it. And tame and attain. Yeah, these are both cards about taming the wilder things in order to bring such a beautiful new growth in you. So all of that anxiety in the beginning becomes the fuel in a way. So Omnia Unus Est 35. It's one of the most powerful cards in the deck. It's about transmutation. It's alchemy. You've profound purpose that is beyond your current understanding, and that is what every cell of your body has yearned to self-actualize. Even your limiting beliefs cannot stop unfolding your greatest potential. Turning lead into gold through a deep cooking and heating, this is alchemy, leading to enlightenment and utter fulfillment of one's purpose in the physical realm. The king snake is non-venomous yet can eat the bigger snakes, and teaches us that your ability to transmute a toxic situation is your best ability. All is one, everything is connected. There's a mystery beyond your comprehension, aligning you with what you were born to share. Every moment you've encountered was meant to bring you to exactly where you are right now. You are on the correct path. That's so beautiful. So whatever your problems have been, they are taking you, they're actually transmuting into the magic. And then the horse card, tame and attain. When a horse is tamed for riding, she endures countless weeks of intense training. If the trainer is patient, perseverant and trustworthy, it will eventually submit. The horse is controlled through the horse's bit that rests in her mouth. When the rider pulls the connected reins, she will follow. This is an image that represents directed power. So quite like the chariot that's turned up twice for you, using this kind of all of these feelings to direct it towards what you want, directed power. Wild horse is freedom, stamina, unbridled passions and primal urges. She symbolises the untamed, powerful urges within us. These impulses look like our intense outbursts, obsessive thinking, binging, restlessness, avoidance and all wild expressions. All of these impulses hold immense power, but often this energy is directed very poorly. This is where you start. The human that tames and rides the horse represents our highest self, directing our personal power. Your willpower will be tested, so you must strengthen it. Sacrifice is required. Horse's medicine asks you to start with small things to build your willpower muscle. Stop yourself from saying a hurtful thing about someone. Resist eating the entire bag of chips. Watch something uplifting instead of watching garbage TV. You may feel resentful at the restrictions at first, but it will lead to an expansion of extraordinary capabilities. With dedication, the ego will soften and align with your willpower. And once you have given adequate time to build your willpower, it will become a superior force. Horse's medicine requests that you tame inner appetites to become the person you were meant to be. This is horsepower. And you're getting lots of help to do this. There's going to be a sense of suddenly understanding your place in the world. And, you know, it's beautiful what you're building. It's really, really lovely. And then you're off on a new mythic quest. I hope there's lots in there for you. Feels like really beautiful alchemical work. And you're ending up somewhere pretty spectacular. So see you again.